welcome to the Property Show. After a slowdown in the wake of a lengthy electioneering period, the market is now on a rebound, driven by demand, ongoing investments, political certainty, and the affordable housing conversation taking center stage. What's lined up today? Affordable, functional, modern homes under the 6 million price tag.
The houses that we do here are tailor-made to meet the needs of the market, to meet the needs of the particular individual customers.
Alternative building technologies expected to change the landscape. Updates on what's brewing in the property market. Quality hardwood customized furniture on the accessory spot.
And I think it's one of those things where you just open the door and you walk in and something just hits you. This is home.
Keep your questions and comments coming on our social media handles. Sit back and let's enjoy an informative edition. As always, there is something for everyone. Our property pick of the week takes us to the story behind innovative products that have captured a new market of buyers with homes under the 6 million price tag. In 2018, they have rolled out over 10 affordable, functional, modern estates along Thika Kiambu Road as well as Waiyaki Way. These projects are a mix of bungalows, maisonettes, and their latest frontier, fully serviced plots. Let's see what's driving these developments.
Banda Homes has concentrated on affordable housing, majorly and driven by the need for Kenyans to have a home that is very functional, a home that is modern, and a home that is affordable. Over time, owning a home has been a thing that is for the rich or the people who have a lot of money. But Banda Homes has brought this dream close to the Kenyans, that you are able to come to us with your small savings and with a plan for you to pay, and we give you a solution. So we saw the need for us to go to the market to offer a much more functional house. By this I mean having a bigger house that has much more utilities inside, that has much more bigger piece of land. We partner with the customer and we give the solution within an year, and we deliver it as promised. For the past year, we have been able to do quite a number of projects. This year we started with a project called Oak Park. Oak Park is at a very graduated level. We intend to hand over Oak Park within the next month or so. We are in the latter stages of finishes. We have been able to help customers achieve the taste of the house. By this I mean most of the customers have customized the interiors of their house. They have given a feel, but you feel like you're building your own house, yet we are doing it for you. We have walked this journey with our customers, and I know it will be a very happy moment in the next month for us to deliver the homes to the customers as we had promised sometimes beginning of the year. After that, we went to a project called Pinewood. Pinewood is also at a very graduated level of construction, about 75%. We will be delivering Pinewood sometimes in March, April next year. So also we have given the customers in that project a very good opportunity for them to achieve their own feel for their home. Pinewood was just a higher graduation of Oak Park. By this I mean we got some input from clients and on the improvements that we need to do, and we did this, and Pinewood will be a good project. After Pinewood, we went to Maple. Maple is on the side of Waiyaki Way. It's called Maple Ridge. It has about 122 units. We have been doing this for the past about 5 months or so. So Mapo will be handed over sometimes also in March, April next year, and the customers are happy. Mapo houses are also way bigger than the others that we have done. This has achieved quite a good feedback from customers, being that it is on Waiyaki Way, being that also it is an area that is very serene, the area of Kikuyu, Sigona, and it's an area that you have a village feel, yet you're very close to Nairobi. So it has been a very good project. For that we came to a project called Rosewood. Rosewood has about 92 houses. It is also ongoing construction. In all these projects, our customers participate to tell us the touch-ups that they would want changed. This has come with its own challenges, because coming after we have already gotten the approval for the house, and so it means we cannot do major structural changes. So the changes we allow the customers to make from the color of the paintings, the color of tiles, sometimes the position of some windows and doors, and or the utilities in the house. So we have been able to walk the journey with our customers. It has also come with some challenges in monthly repayments. You understand that off-plan housing involves and entails the customers paying us over time. They give us a deposit, then they make monthly installments. Sometimes the economic environment becomes strenuous and some customers are not able to pay on time. So we have been able to have quite a good relationship with our customers, where we come up with a plan for them to pay over time. Sometimes we get challenges where they are late with their payments, but we have had it good in the year, and I would say we are at a good position in construction. We have another project by the name Redwood. Redwood is one unique project because it has a mix of bungalows and maisonettes. We were directed by the market to offer some maisonettes. When we were starting the year, our concentration was doing bungalows. Bungalows being just a basic house that has everything and all utilities on one level. The market challenged us and teased us to try do some maisonettes, and I would say it was a very successful venture. We were able to move all the units. Maisonettes come with a lot more in the approval process, because we undergo both architectural and structural plan approvals. So we have already started construction in Redwood. The bungalows are at a good level. The maisonettes we started about a month or two ago, and we intend to build and deliver the houses to our customers as promised. So the maisonettes come as a fulfillment to the market, where we're able to give a solution to both the starter homeowners, to the intermediate, and then the person who would wish to have their own type of house, which is a bit bigger, much more functional, but within the confines of affordability, functionality, and it being a modern house. After Redwood, we went to another project by the name Red Oak. Red Oak borrowed the same aspect from Redwood in the fact that we had a mix of both bungalows and maisonettes. Sits on about 10 acres of land. We have half of that land being occupied by maisonettes and half of it being occupied by bungalows. Banda homes concept has been advised by a number of issues in the market. One, gated estates have come with a lot of benefits. One, the aspect of security. You remember the aspect of Nyumba Kumi, where people are able to be in one severed off, surrounded with a security wall. They're able to share amenities, being water borehole, and even the security aspects. The houses that we do here are tailor-made to meet the needs of the market, to meet the needs of the particular individual customers. Upbringing of children in an open estate where you're not able to confine or know where children are going, and other challenges that come with a normal family setup. Gated estates have been able to give families peace of mind, where I know even if I'm late from work, I know my child is playing within the confines of a lot of security, playing with others. You're able even to define the culture within which these children are brought up in. You're able to even associate with people and know what kind of neighbor do I have. And we, because as Banda Homes, once we sell the estate, we form the customers into a management company, and they are able to come up with their own ideals of what they want as a practice and or not. We also have another project by the name Acacia. Acacia is one of our most interesting. By interesting, I mean it is one of our favorite projects, being that it is very well located on tarmac, just before our other projects, having 143 houses. Acacia comes as an interesting estate because we have entailed much more aspects that are not in the others. We have very big roads as big as 15 meters within the estate. We have various amenities within the compound. We also were able to put some amenities that are not in the other projects, being that we have a small shopping center that comes up with a kindergarten where the children, if you're going and you need to put your child to some care, it is taken care of. Being that it is just next to tarmac, we have a very good provision for external parking. We have a very good big common area within the estate. It is a very interesting estate, and I'm sure it will come up as one of our best estates once delivered. On the highlights of our projects, there is also an estate called Cedar. Cedar is on the sides of Kikuyu. Banda Homes pays a lot of attention in the location of the projects that we choose, being that we want to give our customers a very good serene area. Cedar is located at the same side as Maple Ridge. As I said, it's a very serene area, very green, has a village feel, but very close to Nairobi. We also have another estate called Pinewood 2 that is selling right now. Pinewood 2 is just adjacent to the main Pinewood, so you're able to see what we have been doing at Pinewood, and you enjoy the benefit of cost. And then it comes in a bigger land, being 50 by 100, moving at a very good rate. The last project that we have been undertaking this year is called the Olive Estate. Comes up as a very interesting project because we have incorporated a DSQ. As the need comes where the functionality has to come, where you have maybe guests or you want to keep the domestic workers outside the house, Olive comes with a DSQ. It comes with a bigger portion of land, being 50 by 100, and it's just next to Pinewood Estate and Acacia Estate. So Banda Homes has taken a lot of keenness in location, cost, and now functionality. The highlight for the year has been the fact that we've been able to be out here, offer this huge solution to the market. Our customers have been very happy, actually advised by one of the functions that we had, that was our family day, that we've been able to do all these projects, deliver them, and continuing building them over time. Our customers' concerns addressed effectively, and still continuing to evoke a very high level of confidence to the market, a very high level of our customers believing and trusting that we're going to deliver to them, and it even being visible, because we are not talking about something that will happen. What we are doing is visible on the ground. Our projects are ongoing, and we are continuing to give this solution to the market, and we look forward to being the ultimate solution in affordable housing, and in this space where our customers are happy and they will bring us their families and their friends. The future here at Banda, I would say, is very bright. The ground is not yet scratched. We are looking at giving much more better solutions to the market. We are looking at shorter delivery timelines to the customers. This advised by our pursuit to mechanize our construction processes. We are looking to change this space, give solutions that have not been here in the market, give practical solutions where the customer comes in and within a year we're able to deliver your house, and bringing the dream closer, because as it has been, that for you to own a house, there has to be so much happening. You have to have a lot of money. It's only at Banda that you can get these solutions, and I would say watch this space.
Let me share 6 insider tips I believe are making Banda Homes stand out. First, they are thinking outside the box to fill the affordable housing gap. Secondly, their projects are located in prime neighborhoods. Thirdly, modest payment plans during the construction period. These projects are sold off-plan, giving you an opportunity to customize and personalize your interior. The projects also give a sense of community. And finally, there is expected capital gain for investors.
Banda Homes wishes the Kenyan fraternity a Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2019. If you think comfort, if you think serenity, if you think home, think Banda Homes.
Next, Hardwood furniture. And guess what? It can be personalized to your needs. The accessory spot.
Mobile Casa, it's a company dealing with the hardwood furniture. I decided to start the business because I developed interest in wood, because my father used to do woodwork, these sculptures. So I used to help him a lot. Here in Mobile Casa, we manufacture our products. We do products like sofas, dining tables, coffee tables, stools, beds, side cabinets, dressing tables, wooden floors, and staircases. Basically here in Mobile Casa, we do anything wooden. Mobile Casa has his own workshop at Kitengela, and we have trained our own carpenters. Especially, we have quite a number of them with special needs, and they have come out being very good carpenters. As you can see, the kind of products they are giving us, they are very nice. All our raw materials are imported because we use hardwood, mahogany, mfuli, and pantuk, and we get it from Congo and Cameroon. Our fabrics are also imported, and most of them we get them from Turkey. Our products are fairly priced, and I can say it's affordable to anyone, because the price will always depend with someone's specifications. Here in Mobile Casa, we offer services like transport, after-sale services. Like, for instance, if you need assistance in something that's broken, we'll fix it for free. If you want us to repolish your stuff, we'll do it at a small cost. And we are always ready to assist our customers. If you look at our furniture, they are quite different from the normal furnitures. Second, the kind of material we use, that is hardwood, mahogany, and mufuli, makes our furniture last for long. And for sure, you don't want to spend your money for something which will last for only 1 year.
If you're looking for durable furniture pieces, you can never go wrong with hardwood furniture. It's that time for our weekly updates on what's brewing in the property market. Early this week, the Kenya Diaspora Alliance held an annual homecoming convention, bringing together individuals and corporates to discuss investment opportunities available in the market. Let's see how the event went down.
The question is, what are the diaspora? And I want to let you know that the diaspora from Africa exists in India, they exist within Africa, they exist across the Mediterranean, and you've all seen the pictures of our brothers and sisters on the little boats going across the Mediterranean not too long ago. And they exist across the Atlantic, in America, in South America. Let's speak about our Kenyan diaspora quickly and their potentials. I'll just highlight the fact that to mainstream the diaspora is something that we want to achieve in Kenya's Vision 2030. And also, diaspora policy is now the 5th imperative of Kenya's foreign policy. And diaspora diplomacy is very well known and understood by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and other government departments. And you'll hear again about inward, forward remittances from the diaspora, which stood at 2.5 billion in 2015 and are set to double by 2020. And you'll also hear that diaspora today are allowed to vote and may have dual citizenship, and that this provision is to be achieved in a stepwise manner. You'll also hear that our policy in Kenya promotes tourism, talents to reverse brain drain, and also the development of a diaspora portal within our government framework. Today, amongst us, we have county governments, and we're going to talk with them about how they can play a central role in providing a framework for Kenyans abroad to engage with them. And counties themselves are expected to come up with a framework for the diaspora engagement, including tailor-made incentives and investments.
And I think the people around here must also make sure to create opportunity. But you don't have the time. Many of you will come over here for a few days and go away. But there must be a content. And there is a good possibility of a reciprocal businesses that could be set up in this country, which then could look after your interest. And I think it's necessary that we now look, because the sums are not small now. Sums are large enough to make an impact. And there are so many little things that we are taking. And with the new government approach on the 4 main jobs that we're going to do is industrialization, housing, health for all, and agriculture.
We come from a country, we have the privilege that we demonstrate we can remit resources here because we have disposable resources. But you come from a country where, if you look at it closely, on average, the next generation has more existential challenges than the previous generation. It must worry us. However well we invest in a country because of the promise of hope, if we cannot create livelihood for the young men and women who are coming out of colleges, there is no security in your investment in the medium and long term. I'm not frightening you. I'm challenging you that we share the responsibility of what can be done about this. In 1930, Hungary and Kenya had the same population, 7 million people. In 2018, Hungary has 7.7 million people. Kenya has 47 million people. Where do we invent the miracle that can make us develop the 47 million as a competitive human resource compared to the Hungary, which is developing 7 million? That's a challenge you cannot wish away.
Keep an eye on the property news for insights on what's brewing in the property sector. We are taking a short break. Still ahead, alternative building technologies expected to shape the real estate landscape, and much, much more. Don't go away. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back. You're watching The Property Show. Housing is a game of numbers, and this market is constantly evolving, adapting efficient designs with building technologies expected to change the landscape. Let's see the different alternative technologies you too can adapt building a home. First, interlocking blocks. This technique uses sifted soil, water, and a small percentage of cement. The benefits of using these techniques are no need to use mortar. This helps in saving on cement and sand. The technology is twice as fast compared to the conventional brick and mortar, with no limit on the courses put up in a day. Labor is reduced with an overall saving aspect of 30%, and you can also do it yourself once a professional puts up the foundation.
About the stability of the building, it is even stronger than normal bricks because all the walls, you rock all the walls. They rock together and then you hold them with the lintel. I think if you look at this brick, this is 9 inches. And 9 inches is a very bold brick. Although the height is not big, but the stability of the wall is very good because it is 9 like normal brick. So according to books, they say the building can last 150 years. Although I've not lived that long to know whether it can be true, yes. But I think according to the houses I've done already for the last 8 years, they are still standing strong. The way you lock the brick, if you look at the brick, you can see there is a groove under the brick. And there is another groove on top of the brick. You can see there is another groove here. This is called male, and there is a female on the other side of the brick. So what you do, you let the male and female come together. You have rocked that brick from behind. Again, if you can see, the groove that is under, it is already rocked on the brick. So you come to the far side of the brick. First you wipe the brick, you see, you make sure it's very clean, and then you lock again. You lock the male to female. You lock it from under, you lock it from up. Let me show you. This is the upper side. You lock it like this. So let me start from here. So you can see the brick is rocked from under, from top side, from the side to the side. That brick is very comfortable inside there. So I can lay like 500 bricks a day. So you can imagine how fast that construction can go. This is a 3-bedroom house and it can use like 3,500 bricks. So you can see if we are 2 fundis, we can lay like 1,000 bricks a day. That means in 3 days work, the building will be up already.
Another building technique expected to change the landscape is EPS, using forms sandwiched between galvanized steel and wire mesh. This technique needs plastering, reducing labor, time, and cost. Let's have a look.
Why we've introduced the EPS system is first and foremost, if you look at the conventional of building, you find that the buildings are rather heavy, right? And you've seen on news clips and stuff like that how buildings collapse because of the amount of weight, right? So by using the Koto system of building, we have made the load lighter. And you can do your building at a very faster rate compared to how it was done the old days. That's the brick and mortar. So like, for instance, let's take this for example. If you are to build a house using brick and mortar, by the time you lay your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stones, I come with my panel. It's 1.2 meters by 1.2 meters. I lay it down. I've finished the distance of 900, which is standard window level. So if you look at my solution in which I am building with, it is much faster than the conventional way. And if you have a series of columns running throughout your structure is strong and sound compared to the brick and mortar where, if you've not noticed, if you were to remove just 1 stone from a wall, you can bring down that wall in a couple of minutes. Where here you have a series of columns that go throughout the entire building, which means you have a very solid structure. The time that it takes to build actually a building with the Koto system, it actually cuts your time by 50%. For instance, let's look at this bedsitter that we're in right now. It took us 10 days from foundation to completion, as you can see with all the finishes and fittings. If I was to do a 3-bedroom house, it would take between 30 to 45 days, and I'm done. If I was to do a story building, a maisonette, we're looking between 8 to 12 weeks, and I'm done. That's including the finishes. You see, if you were to build a conventional house, right, first and foremost, let's talk about the brick and mortar. You need guys to come and chisel the stone. You need a guy who's going to come and lay the bricks one by one. So if you look at the labor intensity, compare the conventional building and the courtyard building, you find that my one panel can be lifted by one person, right? And it comes already pre-coated on both sides, which means I have a simpler finish. I'm not going to have to come and lay my brick, then come and plaster, then come and rinse with water, let it dry. And so I've cut out a lot of, processes in building to make it simpler, faster, and easier. Get accurate corners. Get a nice, smooth finish. That is really hard. It's usually hard to achieve if you're building the conventional way, which means you'll need more people when doing your conventional building than I would doing my quarter house. And I'll still finish twice the speed, faster than you would doing the conventional building.
Efficient use of time and cost makes a successful building project, and Styrofoam solution has this locked down.
EcoBuilding Builders, this is a new technology of actually building affordable houses. The timeline to construct is very manageable. 1 week you have your own house. Usually this is a house that actually controls the heat. When outside is hot, the inside is cool. So there's no need of fans and ACs that on the house. The house is durable for the duration of around 30 years. You enjoy the house. We can also have the facility whereby if you want to relocate it, we use it as a permanent or semi-permanent house. We can be able to relocate it at just a minimal cost. We use a new technology of Styrofoam. The Styrofoam, this is a material that is used to control the heat outside and inside. And it's also very durable. This material now we are making by ourselves. It's available locally. We can be able to supply to every customer needs who now needs this house within the duration of 1 week. We make the Styrofoams and erect the house.
Just how convenient would it be to move into your portable home in just 14 days? Well, all this is possible using container home concepts, and the beauty is you can always relocate with your home when you need to move out.
This housing trend has taken root in the Kenyan market. Among the things that have made this housing option stand out are strength and durability, saves on labor, availability, they are eco-friendly, and they can be built extremely fast.
The alternative building technology conversation has opened our eyes to many construction options available in the market, offering quality, speedy, and cost-efficient techniques. And this is something I would recommend we all start embracing. Up next, an interesting home ownership story.
First and foremost, I'm a mom and I'm a businesswoman. I run my own business here in Nairobi and in Eldoret. So What would make me tick is just life in general. I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky kind of person because my personal mantra is, life is so hard, why make it harder? So I take each day as it comes and I try to make the best out of it. About my home ownership journey, well, it started quite some time ago. I think it's everyone's basic need to have a place that they call their own, whether it's a piece of land or a home in itself that's already built. Everybody needs to have some roots that they can say, this is my place and I belong here. And everybody wants a house where every month end, somebody's not knocking at your door and telling you, hey boss, you know, it's that time of the month. So my husband and I started preparing like about 6 years ago actually. We were tenants before and we had the proverbial knock every month end, and that just drove my husband insane. So we decided we'll start looking for a place that we'll call our own, because also the place where we were renting was a beautiful house, but it had a lot of problems, you know, constant repairing, constant this. So there was always constant back and forth with the landlord and fix this and fix that. And, you know, it reaches a point where it reaches you here. And like I said, life is already so hard. So we wanted to make ours easier. So we had already been saving for quite a while because we knew we wanted our own place. So we'd saved, and when we thought we'd had a little bit of a nest egg and it was good enough to make a down payment, that's when we started actively looking for a place. So now looking for a place, that is a whole story unto itself, you know. I could talk for hours about that. So we looked and looked and we found some pretty amazing places, but as you know, Nairobi is pretty expensive, okay? And you'd get some houses that aren't even quite there, yet the price range is astronomical. And we knew we wanted a home. We didn't want an apartment. We didn't want something that was attached to anything else. We wanted something that was by itself, you know. So even if it's within villas or somewhere, but it's not touching onto someone else's property. So we already knew basically what we wanted. So by the time we were out and house shopping, or should I say home shopping, we knew what we were looking for. So we actually fitted within a range and where to go and how to look. To be honest, the prices were crazy. It was a bit of a shock to the system. So we knew we had to inflate our nest egg just that little bit more to be able to comfortably buy this. Because even though we had been saving for quite a while, it still was a shock to the system, you know. So took us about 4 years looking, and we found this place actually by chance. A very, very good friend of mine actually found it because we had been looking in this area. Because I think also an important thing when you're looking for a home is not only the price tag, okay? As they say in property shows, location, location, location. So we had already been looking in this area. One, we wanted this area because of school for my kids. I have children who are in school. We had already, where we were living as tenants before, the school was so far that it would take us actually 2 hours to get home from school, and the kids would already be asleep. So we knew we wanted a place near school, near hospital, and near shopping, of course. So we had been looking in this area for quite some time. So a very good friend of mine called Anne, actually, this house was just put on sale. They put the for sale sign outside, and within 2 days she saw it and she said, Lucy, I found you a place. We came here with my husband, and I think it's one of those things where you just open the door and you walk in and something just hits you. This is home. I don't know if other people experience it, to be honest, but that happened to us. It met a lot of the criteria that we had set up. The house is not touching anything else. It's got a garden going all around. So the privacy is there, and there are very few houses in the estate. So it's quite intimate and cozy and really nice. So when we walked in, my husband just looked and said, this is it. This is the one. So now the property ownership really started, because now we found the house, Now, a lot of people had come looking because of the location of where we are, so we were not the only ones. So there were so many other people all coming in, everybody walking in through the house, and we were just one of the many. So we were lucky, we met up with the owner. So this is my personal journey, by the way. So when we met up with the owner, he just said I reminded him of his daughter. So I was like, yay, you know? So we got to talking, and I would say we kind of like clicked. So we put in our bid for the house, we put in the letter of offer and everything, and he accepted our offer, which I must say was amazing. The day we got that letter was like Christmas, New Year, happy birthday, Eid, all rolled up into one. Little did we know that gets tougher from there. This is just the beginning. However, I must say, I had a very good person to back me up, and that would be NIC Bank. Because we'd been banking with them already. We had already taken up some loans with them, and everything had gone very well. And my business also banks with them. So I met somebody in NIC who was actually introduced to me by my sister, and she is, I don't know how to say it, she was amazing, capital amazing. So I went up to her and I told her that this is what we need to do, and I have found a property. Now I need you to help me, because being a first-time homeowner, I really don't know what it entails. Even though I had done my homework, but still now when you jump into the deep end and now you're swimming is when you meet all the obstacles, and the sharks start coming in and the whales start coming in, and all that comes in the forms of all the charges, the lawyers, the registry, the previous owner, is he available, is he there to sign the documents, and all those kind of things. So with this wonderful lady, her name is Linda Kameme, she works at NIC. She's my personal banker. She's my go-to gal, okay? So when I went up to her, she actually sat me down and she laid it out, A to Z, what we needed to do. And then somehow it wasn't that hard. So we started doing it step by step by step.
Property ownership will always lead us to exciting parts. If you're looking to get onto the property ladder, just give us a call and we'll be happy to match your budget with your specific needs. As exciting as buying a home is, it can also be extremely stressful. Let's look at crucial milestones to think about before embarking on this journey. First, budget. Decide how much you can afford and get a realistic price range to balance your dreams with your lifestyle. Secondly, consider all the associated costs, from legal, stamp duty, valuation to insurance. Thirdly, it helps to have some savings upfront, and SACCO movements are good to help start a saving culture. Finally, understand the pre-qualification and your mortgage terms and conditions. I must say, circumstances can always change, so knowing if and when you can pull out of a sale is always good to be aware of. Next, more investment options available in the market, the Property Gallery.
Gitanga duplexes are a modern development located in the heart of Lavington off Gitanga Road. Privileged by its exquisite design and opulent finishes, this elegant residence offers 36 four-bedroom ensuite duplexes. Accommodation includes lower level, spacious living room, dining room, fitted kitchen with detached pantry, guest bedroom on select units, Dobie area with washing machine provisions, and exterior storage for gas tanks. Upper level, spacious master ensuite bedroom with walk-in closet, 2 bedrooms ensuite, TV or family room which can be turned into a 5th bedroom. Salient features include 2 car parking spaces per unit, low-maintenance fully glazed UPVC windows, balconies with panoramic views, carbo-paved driveways, guardhouse, underground and overhead water tanks. Boston Estate is conveniently located along the Nairobi-Namanga Road, just 8 kilometers from Kitengela town, in a quiet and serene environment. These 3- and 4-bedroomed homes are an impressive development of 64 units sitting on 50 by 100 each. The plinth area for the 4-bedroom maisonette is 185 square meters, while the 3-bedroom maisonette is 166 square meters. Accommodation facilities include spacious living area fitted with large windows that allow in natural light. The spacious dining area, the kitchen area is not only spacious but also fitted with granite countertops, upper and lower cabinets. The master bedroom is ensuite, fitted with spacious cupboards and a large window that allows in natural light. The 2nd and 3rd bedroom share a common bathroom. Detached ensuite DSQ, utility area. This comprehensive residential project consists of 1, 2 and 3-bedroom apartments with high-quality finishes within 9 blocks. Accommodation features include a well-designed spacious wooden floor living area. The dining area offers an airy space. The open-plan kitchen is fully fitted with spacious upper and lower cabinets sufficient for storage. Dobie area, fully functional for laundry. The master bedroom is ensuite. The 2nd and 3rd bedrooms share a common, well-laid-out bathroom space.
Here at the Property Show, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Happy holidays, and thank you for watching the Property Show. As always, there is something for everyone. Kwaheri.